What is up, guys, and happy Friday. I have been getting a lot of questions asking about my book recommendations and what are good books that are motivating, that will teach me stuff about life and will actually enhance my life. And now, so most of you probably know, as I always talk about because it's something that I'm very proud of, I have read 12 books this year. I want to say it's actually maybe 13, but I've read 12 books this year, not counting the ones that I've listened to on audio. I've listened to 1,000 freaking podcasts this year, audiobooks. I would listen to smart people talk and learn from them because I wanted to be like them, so I listened to them. And so, with that being said, I freaking love books. These are just some of the books that I've read, some of the books that I love and would totally recommend to you, have changed my life and made me see life in a different way. Although I love reading, I will be taking a step back from reading just because I feel like I'm doing a lot of reading and studying and watching and not enough implementing, and that can be a problem. We can watch all these fitness videos and listen to these fitness people and freaking follow them all on Instagram and, you know, like, do all this stuff but never implement it into our own life. And so I'm really ready to start implementing all those books that I've read, all the knowledge that I've gained this year. My little bookcase, my little lady, my little bookcase. Oh, that's my high school diploma, by the way, for the haters that want to say I'm uneducation, that I don't have a good education. That's for the haters right there, because that's my high school diploma. Anyways, this, oh, you can't really see it. Let me show you anything. For the haters, I painted this myself because I know how to paint as well. I know how to paint. I painted this beauty by myself and I love her. She's beautiful. She was a broken down little white, dirty, freaking dog hair filled bookshelf, and I painted her to be this beautiful freaking bookshelf, and I really, it's amazing now. Anyways, that I would definitely recommend. This is a quick read. It's an easy read. I've also read Emotional Intelligence, which was written by the same author, I believe. It's the same kind of cover, it was just different colors. Same kind of quick read. It's got activities in it and lessons, and it's very, very good. It teaches you the rule of 3 to 1. So in order to be positive and happy, you should have 3 things in your life that are going pretty well. And if you have one thing that's not going as well, it's okay. But it basically talks about, as humans, we're kind of hardwired to see the negative and see the bad things and see what's going wrong instead of what's going right. And so it's an effort. We have to make an effort to be positive, and we have to choose to see the good things and choose to see the good in life and the good in people and the good in yourself. And it's of the top. If you're gonna get a book, this book was $7.99 and Emotional Intelligence was the same price, I believe. I gave that one to my grandma, I think, and we just trade books sometimes. But so I gave that book to my grandma, and Emotional Intelligence taught me a lot, taught me about myself, taught me about the people around me and how they treated me, and it taught me about understanding that you are in control of your emotions and you're in control of your mind, that you can actually change the way that you think. If you want to, you can, because your brain can grow, and that's called synaptic plasticity. Wait, let me see. This is a 10 out of 10 freaking book. I would highly recommend it. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and this was my second book I read, and it was amazing. He is an amazing, other book I have read is Kevin O'Leary's. He's from Shark Tank. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. He's from Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary, The Cold Hard Truth on Men, Women, and Money. I read this while I was in Miami. I got it right before I went. And a customer at work, actually, we were just talking. He was a stock trader, and we were talking about different things, and he recommended this book to me. And he actually gave me the money to get this book because he wanted me to read it so badly. And so this is a very centering book. As soon as I bought this book, I read it in the car, and I did what it was saying to do, and I just couldn't put it down. It was like freaking amazing. And basically, it just talks about how, as humans, we're always thinking about the next step. We're always thinking about what's ahead or what has already happened. We're never just here and just embracing, like, oh my God, I'm taking a video right now. I'm here, I'm on Earth. We never just sit and think about that. And doing things like breathing and just being in the now, feeling like just going like this, and just here is You Are a Badass at Making Money. I got this on my way home from Miami. In the airport, I kept seeing this everywhere, and I kept seeing people read it, and so I was like, everyone keeps reading this book, and like, I want to read it, because like, just look at it, it just calls your name. And so I was in the airport at Miami, coming home with my head, you know, kind of hanging low, because I didn't want to come, in a way I didn't want to come home. I felt like I was failing, but I know that it's good to keep an open mind to things. Even if you don't want to hear people's perspectives, it's good to still hear them, even if they're different than yours. This man, Mark Manson, I think his name is, with a name like that, he's not a very positive person. I don't really like his outlook on life. I don't really appreciate his outlook on life. I think it's very pessimistic and negative. That's okay though. However, that's his personality, that's his perspective, and he is a good author. This was a good book. It was a freaking bestseller, and it's basically just talks about how, I don't know, I mean, to me this wasn't a good book, but to other people this book could be freaking awesome. This book could be life-changing. This book could just really resonate. It talks about how indifferent people are very frustrating, how people that think they're just like the world revolves around them are not all that great, and he talks about things are gonna happen, blah blah blah. I did almost finish it, so there was something captivating about it, but to me, I just did not appreciate the way it was written. I think it could have had a more positive tone. I just want to be positive, so that's just me. Anyways, this is the other book. I gotta stop talking about this book. I don't fuck with that book. I don't fuck with that book. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind is another book I read. I read this book twice all the way through. It's freaking amazing. It says to read it once a month. I have not done that, but I read some of it this morning. It's freaking awesome. If you grew up coming from like a struggling family, like I know I was raised by a single mom, so therefore like we kind of just knew struggle, and this will freaking teach you on how to get out of that mentality, because when you're raised in a struggle, you always think struggle, you always feel struggle, it never goes away. And so this book helped me really open my eyes to all these things that I didn't even know were true about myself and were true about my life, my financial situation. And so this book really changed my life, and it's amazing. And this book really motivated me to one day write my own book. It's freaking awesome. I took a road trip to Minneapolis, and it was because I was going to a seminar put on by this man. I don't think he was actually going to be there, but his coaches were going to be there and his team. So I went to a seminar for this guy, this little asshole, and he canceled it, and I drove all the way there. But you know what? I made the best of the situation, and I realized I freaking love Minneapolis. I hope to go back there this summer. It's awesome. And so this book is amazing. My sweet, 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 sweet nanny, my grandma, she gave me this book. I love her so much, and me and her really bond over our love of books. She was able to really grow and freaking learn so much from books, and as was I. And she gave me this book, and I love it. I take it with me everywhere I go. Every time I go on a vacation, or go somewhere. When I went to Miami, I bring this book, and I bring it with me everywhere. I read this book. I refer to this book the most, and it basically just has so many freaking telling meditations and self-love quotes. I quote from this book a lot, and it basically just talks about letting go of everything. We always have this tight hold on life, like we're in control of everything, when if we were to let go of control a little bit, we would feel a hell of a lot better. And it just talks about letting go of things in love, and loving yourself and taking care of yourself and loving others that way. And it's freaking a powerful book, and it's a beautiful, beautiful written book, and that is the author. She has done so much in the self-help world. Anyways, those are just some of the books I have read. Like I said, I gave a good amount away. Be Obsessed or Be Average was another one, my all-time favorite book, and also Sell or Be Sold, another one by Grant Cardone. I've listened to both of those on audio as well. Kevin Hart's book, I Can't Make This Up, I think that's what it's called. I've listened to that on audio, was amazing. Tiffany Haddish, The Last Black Unicorn, also that. And I hope this gave you a new outlook on books and made you excited about reading. I should start a book club. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next video.